Welcome back. Whether you want to sip craft beer inside a museum, celebrate the new Main Street Promenade, or jam out to some of R&B's biggest hits, Houston has a weekend full of fun ahead. Joel Lukes with the Hobby Center for the Performing Arts is here with some events happening around town. I will do all of those. All right, relatively new job for you.
Yeah, I've been there at the Hobby Center for 4 months, and it's been a wonderful experience. Just getting to know outside of the performing arts, really from the inside out.
Yeah,
right? It's
perfect
incredible.
for you because
Yes.
you're a classical flutist,
Yeah.
Masters of Music at Rice University, and so you understand the arts firsthand. All right, let's go over some of the wonderful events that are happening in this town, which you understand firsthand as well. R&B Lovers Tour.
Gosh, you know, if you grew up in the 90s, this is for you, right? Because this is classic, the golden era of R&B. And when you have artists like Joe and Drew Hill and Genuine and Cut Close, you can expect music that speaks of love and heartbreak and longing. And early social media reactions to this, you see people singing along and having a great time.
Yeah.
So this is happening at the Toyota Center. Highly recommended, especially if you're a 90s kid.
Yeah, and I love it because these are when the love songs are like, I'll buy your car, I'll pay your rent,
Yeah.
I'll do anything. And we're like, yes, yes, you will.
Give me more of that.
I love that song. All right, the Badlands Fest.
What I love about this event is that it blends all sort of creative worlds, right? So it's not just music, but it's music, immersive environments. It's an opportunity to really get immersive in just a whole creative world. That this is happening actually at Sawyer Yards. It's also particularly meaningful because it has one of the largest concentration of artists. Sawyer Yards has 400 artists and 600 creative tenants.
And people have not been to that area. It is amazing.
It is incredible. So it's a really nice opportunity to get in there and get to know creatives that are active here locally and just have a good time, food and all those things that come from a wonderful event.
Yeah. All right. Something else happening at the Hobby Center is Clue, which is what one of the things your job is, right?
I absolutely love this. Well, first because I played the game as a kid, right?
Yeah.
The Hasbro game came out in 1949 and has sold 200 million board games worldwide, and we were all obsessed with the 1985 film that has become a cult classic. I don't have to tell you what this is about to know that it's like a whodunit murder mystery.
Yeah.
It is a play, it's not a musical, and you're just going to have a good time. It's also an 80-minute show without intermission.
Yeah.
So if you're one of those that needs that kind of environment, this is going to be amazing, and the creative team is amazing. The director has Aladdin, The Prom, Cred, so this is going to be a great show.
Yeah. All right. Good times on Main, the grand opening block party.
So what I love about having lived in Houston now for 25 years is seeing how we continue to reinvent ourselves, right? And an area that I love about downtown, by the way, do you know the kids are calling now downtown Doho?
Yeah. Wait, catch up, Joel.
I'm not sure. I know, but I don't know if I'm ready to endorse that. Well, anyway.
Why not Doho?
So this is a brand new walkable area at the corner of Main Street in Texas. Of course, it's time for FIFA, but it really kind of changes how we can experience downtown, especially as it connects Discovery Green, Market Square Park, and the Theater District, which I love.
Yeah. All right. Okay. The Gamers Flea Market. Just say flea market for me, but a Gamers one. We just had Comic Palooza, and people went nuts. Buying all kinds of things. There's more to get.
We're all gamers in one way or another. We think of gamers as video games, but I grew up with board games. Clue was one of the games that I absolutely love to play. You're seeing a Game Boy here. I actually had that as a kid. This is your opportunity to trade and to really connect with local gamers and seeing what vintage games you can actually find.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun.
All right, this next one. They say there's a festival for everything. There really, truly is a festival for everything. People, the Pickle Fest.
Yeah.
The Pickle Fest.
So would you eat chocolate-covered pickles?
I don't think that I would, but on this show I've eaten a lot of things I thought that I would, and it turned out to be pretty good.
I would try it now.
I love pickles and I love chocolate. Why not put it together?
I don't know if the Italian in me could handle pickled Italian ice cream, but this is just a quirky family event, right?
Yeah.
And it's just really a fun opportunity that could be, sorry for this, delicious.
Yeah. Oh, there
I
you
wrote
go.
that one.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
yep.
Okay, that's good. All right. Yeah. So that'll be fun, and they have literally everything, a variety of spicy pickles, bacon wrapped pickles. But like I said, if you like the other, it's kind of like putting peanut butter with chocolate. Who knew
that's
back then?
timeless.
Yeah, it's timeless. But in the beginning,
don't
when it
mess
first
with my
started,
peanut butter and
when it
chocolate.
first started, that was like an idea, right? So now it's like bacon wrapped pickles and pickle ice cream and the whole bit. And there'll also be photo ops, carnival games.
And Galveston. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right. Wash down that pickle juice with some brewskis. The Brewsology Beer Fest.
So beer people are happy people, and beer people can also be museum people, right?
Okay.
So this is your opportunity, not just beers, but also ciders, to really get to know local artisans that are making some amazing craft craft beers and understanding a little bit of the process. Actually, I did a little research on this. The first fermented beverage was found 13,000 years ago, right?
Wow.
It's not the oldest beverage,
Right,
but it's actually, there's a culture around beer that's really...
And part of that culture was a necessity, because when water was not safe,
Exactly.
you could drink beer.
Now, if you like your beer with a side of dinosaurs,
Yeah, there you
this
go.
is a really nice opportunity to also enjoy the museum. One of the most visited museums in the country, hosting about 2 million people a year.
Wow. Okay. Let's go back to the Hobby Center, because there are a lot of people who may think that the best theater comes out of New York or maybe LA or Chicago. Guess what? We have great theater here.
The Houston arts community is so vibrant. It's one of the reasons I came here to study at Rice University and have stayed here, because I have to live in a city that exposes me to the world. And I often say that, come to Houston, experience the world.
Yeah.
And at the Hobby Center, I mean, yes, we have the big shows that are coming in out of New York from Broadway across America, but we also make an effort to support local arts organizations and give them a stage to show their craft and their artistry and their creativity to Houstonians and everybody that visits here.
Yeah.
So you can find anything from the big shows to a wonderful that we just had, classical Bollywood dance, we have jazz, we have world music, all sorts of things. I mean, my hope as I work at the Hobby Center is for people to think, what am I doing tonight? Let's see what's happening at the Hobby Center, because there's always going to be something different.
And then other things come out of there too, as well. Programs that help introduce kids to the arts and kids to theater.
Absolutely, we have the ExxonMobil Discovery Series, and the access to the arts when you're young really sets you up to appreciate creativity and to really explore sides of your imagination. A lot of times exposure to the arts doesn't mean that we are creating the next generation of artists, but creating people who have empathy, who value creativity, who value human connection. And it's because through stories is that we actually grow.
Yeah.
So it is really important, and we've put in a lot of emphasis on introducing fifth graders to the world of performing arts and using it as to catapult some of their education and also help teachers integrate arts into their curriculum.
Well, to me, as I touched on it earlier with Val Lewis, it's like just what it helps you to do. Like it's ultimate teamwork, right? When you're on that stage,
100%.
whether you're in band playing. I mean, I was in marching band, but I also was in theater. And the whole thing was you have to deliver your lines so that everybody else can deliver their lines. It is a teamwork type of thing, and it gives you a work ethic too.
Yeah, and what I love is that you respond, right, to however somebody else is delivering those lines, and it could change every single time.
Yeah.
So it puts you in that moment to be connected.
And the show must go on.
And the show always goes on.
All right. Joel, thank you so much. Right now, one lucky viewer will have a chance to win a pair of tickets to the Brewsology Beer Fest. Be the first to call 713-533-5230 and answer this question. Where is this Brewsology Beer Fest taking place? Oh, okay. Again, the phone number is 713-533-5230. Good luck. To learn more about Joel Lukes and the Hobby Center, or more information on tickets about any of the events that we talked about today, visit greatdayhouston.com.